We live in a society that constantly tries to define us, label us. Weightless words with no real power that are limiting, unfair, bullshit. But labels can strangle. They take hold and restrict us. So how do we free ourselves? Some never do. But for those who remain, there's hope. Hope in finding a person, a connection, a passion, or a love that's elevating. It's about finding a force or a cause bigger than yourself. For Logan, it was music, rock and roll, like a spirit force that gave purpose to his life, a guitar that transformed him into a superhero of sorts, certainly a hero of mine. This is his story. This is Logan's Way.
They noticed that Logan wasn't turning.
They found out that he was breech. He was not going to be coming out the proper way babies should.
They wanted to do what's called an inversion. Two very large doctors came in. One grabbed the head exterior and one grabbed the feet. And they started to push Logan and work him around.
His mom screamed through the roof. I went nuts.
They went the other way. And he wouldn't turn. The reason he wouldn't turn is because his cord was around his neck 3 times. By doing that, they were basically strangling him. His cord not only was wrapped around his neck 3 times, but he had a knot in it. You know, people ask me if they think that's why he's autistic. I don't care.
My family had seen things from Logan that they didn't understand.
And he never cried like a normal baby.
When he was little, he didn't talk much. He wanted, breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the same time. Wanted to take his bath at the same time. He really got dialed into having a routine. They put him in a glass room. They played with him. They did flashcards with him. They talked with him. And this was a doctor that quite renowned in the autism field. And she fell in love with Logan. And she just came in and said, this is something that your kid has, but it's not a bad thing.
Why am I alive? What's my purpose?
No, honey, listen to me. Your purpose is more. Honey, no, you listen. Imagine. Your purpose goes beyond something you'll ever understand, honey, please. Never ever wonder why you're alive. Never. You'll see.
My stepmom told me your cousin's autistic.
I honestly didn't even know Logan was autistic. I didn't know.
Там и не знал, и не догадывался, что Логан может быть, что у него аутизм.
We were told that he was going to do something in the arts. I didn't understand. He didn't like to draw. He wasn't into coloring. He wasn't into painting. And I just kept thinking, well, what art is he going to be into? Guitars in the house, basses in the house, all sorts of small little instruments, and I would sit down with him on my lap and try to get him interested in music, playing an instrument. We pushed music. I
didn't really talk to a lot of people growing up, so I guess I just played music a lot, and that's how I got good at it.
Where are you learning all this, And he said, YouTube. And he had been getting kind of wild, and we had talked about his choices. He was having a hard time with the party scene and where he was headed.
Mine's a sick place to be, and if you don't let it out, it just turns into a fucking mess, to be honest.
And he was just trying to bury the pain.
Before she went away, I promised her that I just wouldn't give up.
He told Grandma that he would make a difference, and he was making that choice right then and there. And he did. And he changed his patterns, his friends, his choices.
It's really a hard industry, but if you can stick through, I believe you can make it. Sometimes I always felt like I was Luke Skywalker, I guess. Just trying to learn the ways of the Force best I can. I mean, if I get my hand cut off or Yoda bumps me on the head a bunch of times, guess I still come through.
Whatever Logan tries, he could do anything.
When Logan goes after something, he goes after it all the way.
He's always playing something in his head. If he doesn't have a guitar in his hand, he's playing it in his head, or he's mixing the tune in his head, or he's figuring out a riff in his head. And
we all should be like Logan. I mean,
Dude, we're all dysfunctional.
our first bass player
He's the
was
only
like
real
that.
normal one.
Literally play any instrument and rock out.
Именно инструмент и Логан становятся единым. Он часами может играть на гитаре, на каком-то другом, на клавишах.
So one day, I just said, hey, dude, we're going to go get a cello. You up for it? Want to go get it? And he's like, yeah. So we went and got a cello. And within 15 minutes, he's doing arpeggios up and down. Perfect posture. Just strumming across this thing and just shredding this cello.
I'm out having a cigarette, and I hear the riff of Logan's Way, and then I hear everything coming together, and it almost brought a tear to my eye. I'm like, dude, that's a song right there.
Logan and I kind of wrote the song, starting off with the riff that he was doing, that intro riff at the beginning of the song.
I never really thought he'd be in my band, and then Dean said he's going to be in the band, and I said, Dean, you're crazy.
Probably the best guitarist I've ever played with, you know.
As long as you know Logan's Way, you're good.
And it just kind of inspired me, the relationship between Logan and his mom. We all have a human connection, and we have an obligation to each other to at least give each other a chance before we judge anybody.
Someone different could be normal. You're still one person, you're still a human being in this world.
He's gonna conquer the world.